I love that one. It's maximum flavor, lifetime. Okay, so we are going to make a really fun pasta. It's actually one of my favorite pastas. If you were watching while we were playing this game just a couple seconds ago, this is a version, pretty much a light version, a rustic version, a spring version, whatever you want to call it, of pomodoro, pasta pomodoro, primavera style, but very easy. I have, from the Italian market, I have actually boiled up, and this is something that I like to do when I don't have a lot of time, is already have this boiled al dente. Let it cool down, throw a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, because what happens oftentimes, guys, and this is a chef hack, you boil your pasta, you're making your sauce, whatever it is that you're doing, and when you go to drain your pasta, you end up overcooking it. It starts to stick together, so you don't really allow your pasta to flourish, I would say, or enjoy it at its peak, right? So this is really at its peak. I cooked this up al dente. This specific noodle I think is very fun for this salsa, or this sauce, I mean. Let it cool down. I didn't have to rinse it or anything. Sometimes when we rinse our pasta, because we have to cool it down, we're washing off the starch. And the starch is part of the bite to the pasta. So cool this down properly, set this aside. You can do this a day or two in advance if you're meal prepping. Okay. So I'm gonna set that aside for when we need it. And what I'm going to do here is get these beautiful plum tomatoes, and I'm going to cut off the end here. I'm heating up my pan over medium heat. I'm going to cut off all these tips because I don't want these in my sauce. Okay. And I'm going to just get those tips off. I'm going to do about 6 of them, and that's good. Okay. After we cut the ends off, I'm going to cut them in half, which that's perfect. And you're going to see why I was cutting them in half in a second. Oops. Wow. Okay, so back here, we got a little bit of extra virgin olive oil that's going to go down. And we're going to use a lot more than that, believe it or not, but that's good for now. And we are going to place our tomatoes into the pan, cut side down, laying them flat. You're like, I've never seen a pasta sauce being made like this. You'll see. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now, dough scraper. It's going to go away. I'm going to get some carrots, organic baby carrots. It's going to go down here. Lower this heat. I'm going to put a lid on this. Put the heat to low. And then I'm going to cut up my organic baby carrots like so. Rough chop. And the size of this is really going to be dependent on how much of the carrot you like to see personally in your sauce. Now, because I have a nice big thick noodle, I like a little bit of my carrots showing. I want that as part of, as part of my bite experience. However, if I'm using a thin spaghetti or angel hair, not so much. I don't want to be slurping up a super thin noodle and then having an enormous piece of carrot in there. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now, I use dough scraper, get this in here. I'm going to get this in here. Is everything okay? Okay. H.H. Otero, welcome back. Getting your apron on. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. We are making a springtime pomodoro. Normally, it's a rustic marinara with a little bit of veggies in there. But, you know, I sliced up some plum tomatoes, cut them in half, cut the tips off, cut them in half. And they're sitting in a nice hot pan with extra virgin olive oil in low heat, covered up. And right now I'm just chopping up, rough chop of some carrots and celery. That's going to go into my sauce. Got to show some love here to our friends at Hexclad. They gifted me a bunch of my knives, and we started using these knives really since we started streaming about 6 months ago. I haven't sharpened them once, you know, and they're still nice and sharp. And that's not an ad, guys. They didn't pay me to say that. Okay. So, okay. Dump that in there. Next. Let's check. Okay. This is what we want to see, but no, we're not ready yet. Keep that nice and low. You'll know that we're ready to uncover once the skin really starts to like blister or kind of pull back away from like the flesh. So we have a sweet onion here, which I'm going to cut off the 2 tips, cut it in half. We only need half. Okay. I went to this forum a couple years ago, and we spoke about not wasting, believe it or not, the onion peel. So some people will actually save the onion peel, put it in the oven, 200 degrees, dehydrate it completely, and throw some onion powder. Get it, onion powder on the onion peel, a little bit of salt, little salt and pepper in there, and you can make that into toppings like for your salad, for your pizza, for your sandwiches, things like that, you know. And you would have 0 waste. Okay, flip over that side, cut that up. You can use really any onion for this, but my favorite is a sweet onion or Vidalia onion if they're in season. And that's because it really, that sweetness, the concentration of the sweetness really helps out with the bitterness and acidic level of tomatoes. Okay. Okay, now let's go back here. Let's check this out. Okay, so let's see. This is what we want. This, you see? We're going to peel off these skins. They just come off just like so. You wouldn't believe this, but this is concassane. This is a very fancy step that they teach us in culinary school, or really in European cooking in general, where you would have to poach the tomatoes ever so delicately in water, do a crisscross at the end, peel them by hand. But here, we're really letting science do the work, which is steaming. You know, we basically have steamed the tomatoes and the peel just comes right up. We don't have to be making all those crazy crisscrosses, shocking the tomato. You know. That's it. Oh, one more. This is, in under a minute, I have peeled all of my tomatoes. Yep. There we go. Now, cover that up again. We're going to continue. Now, remember I told you that we were going to need more olive oil? Yep, that more olive oil is going to go down here. We're going to season this with a little bit of salt. put the heat to high. Now we're going to add our carrots, onions, and celery. It's going to go right in there. That is perfect. And I'm going to grab a big fork. You can use a bean masher for this step if you like, but I'm going to use a big fork. And I'm just going to start to crush my tomato like so. Just crush that like so. Oh yeah. And this is going to cook for a little bit. And I'm going to get some San Marzano crushed tomatoes here. San Marzano means that it comes from this little square in Italy called San Marzano. Okay. And it's very small square, believe it or not. Then I'm going to add, and these tomatoes can only be harvested from there. I'm going to add a little bit of water as well. Next, I'm going to start to chop up a little bit of fresh garlic. Let's get 3 or 4, maybe, yeah, 5 is good. Smash this garlic up. Smash. Smash. So for some recipes, what in the world? Some recipes, it's okay to just slice up your garlic. Sometimes smashing it extracts the natural oils in it, and that's what you want. So sometimes slicing is okay, but sometimes you need to smash. Sometimes you need to smash. Wow. Wow, guys. All right, let's throw in our garlic. Seasonings. We're having good pasta. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Our seasonings are going in. We got some crushed red pepper, oregano. All this is going to cook. Gorge. Now we get to smash the tomatoes that we didn't get to quite smash. Oh yeah, and that combination of the fresh tomatoes with your canned San Marzanos is beautiful. It's so beautiful. And tomatoes are loaded, like super loaded with umami. So, I mean, I'm telling you, flavor fireworks here. I'm going to get a spoon so I could taste and we can adjust accordingly. Oh yeah, the smell in here is fantastic. Oh, that's good. Butter just went in. Oh yeah. Now our noodles. They're going to go in as well. Now, we're going to mix this up. Make sure that each piece of noodle is submerged in the sauce. Guys, this is a very quick sauce, as you saw. I'm not cooking this for hours at all. We go. I want the carrot and the celery to still have bite here. Okay. I think I am gonna add a little bit more water though. Okay. A little bit more water goes in. Perfect. Now I'm going to get a bowl and parm, guys. Parmesan cheese. Then when I'm making, I got to tell you, when I am making fresh pasta and I get like super into it, I always go that extra step and buy a potted basil plant. You're like, how extra? No, the flavor, because you see, it's still planted. So flavor, as soon as you snip an herb, a plant, anything, as soon as it's away from its feeding source, it dies off, you know. And of course, it does have a long shelf life. You can get basil 2 weeks after it's been harvested. However, the flavor that comes from it, once it's still in the pot, feeding off of this, you know, soil, it's incredible. And the price difference is like $2 for, you know, a pack of basil or the plant. I'm going to buy the plant every single time. Okay. Yes, this is the consistency we want. That is perfect. So now I'm going to grab myself a beautiful bowl. This is for garnishing, but this is for my sauce. I'm going to make a chiffonade. And you're like, what is a chiffonade? A chiffonade is when you take leaves, like if they were tobacco leaves, you put one inside of the other, like so. One inside of the other. Smaller ones towards, and then I roll this up real nice and tight. Okay, so see, I have this right here. And be like your $5 bill. I mean, was it a dollar bill? 5. Oh, 5. So I'm going to then cut really thin ribbons of this. And this is a chiffonade. So this chiffonade, I'm going to add it to my pot. This is going to flavor the sauce at the last minute. Do not ever add your basil early on. It dies. You add it towards the end as a finisher. Okay? So I grab a large ladle. So I grab my bowl. So I take this like so. Oh yeah. So you see the celery, you see the tomatoes, you see the carrot. This is the perfect heart, like nice noodle to pick that all up. Okay, so now I bring that over here, nice and steamy. This looks so good, guys. And I take my pile of Parmesan shavings, because I'm that girl, the one that if you go to one of these chain Italian restaurants, which I never go to, but when they ask you how much cheese, I want them to never stop. I feel awkward because I'm like, yeah, keep going. Yep, I'm the one that says never stop. And there you have it. This is highly irresistible, just so delicious. Springtime pomodoro, guys. Doesn't get much easier. And we made it from scratch. Healthy, full of lycopene. And yeah, enjoy this with a glass of rosé or crisp white or some iced tea, some sparkling water with a slice of lemon, whatever you want. But make this, because it's delicious. Okay, let's get the pretty shot.
Can you say that again, though? This is highly irresistible. Wow, I can't speak. Highly irresistible.
What? Okay. Okay. So there you have it, guys. This is springtime pasta pomodoro. Highly irresistible, super delicious. It's easy. Make it.
Perfect. I'm going to take it out now.
Take it out. Look at that. I was about to stab it. I was about to eat it. Okay, let's go. Let's keep it pretty with the, yeah. Okay. Wow.
You want this one by the pork?
Whatever you guys think. Just make it pretty. Make it pretty. So, anyways. Yep, potted basil is a must in any kitchen. Yes, it is. I agree. I agree. every time you guys go outside, Benjamin goes like this. My dogs are right outside of our sliding door there. And when they go outside to photograph the food, it's really funny because my dogs smell the cooked dish coming out and they're like, that smells good. They know their mama's cooking. Chat. The what? Oh, TikTok chat. Oh, I didn't even realize. Hi. TikTok. Thanks for watching. I tell you this, we've made a tuna that's just out of bounds tuna. The tuna was just crunch and vibrant and bold. Like you just want more and more of it. Then we made this pasta that's just, you just want to take your fork and, you almost didn't bring it back. Don't fork this up. Let's go. Who's trying this pasta?
Springtime pasta pomodoro you can't fork up.
Ha! The pasta you can't fork up. Wow. Hey, that was good. Okay. Let's bite this. Okay, chef's pet peeve, or maybe it's just my pet peeve, is going to a nice restaurant, ordering a pasta, and then it comes out and it's not al dente. Oh yeah.
What are your tips on pasta when you're making it and when you put the sauce, it just completely slides off? What's the reasoning behind that?
So, some pasta is okay for the sauce to slide off. In some, it's not. It just depends on what it is. Cream sauces should never slide off. Stock sauces, tomato sauces, it's okay to slide off. But if you have, let's say, any type of Parmesan cream, I hate to use the word Alfredo, but like an Alfredo, or a baked pasta, there should be no sliding. Sliding only happens when you didn't cook it enough time together for the things to jive, to come together, and or you drained your pasta, it's full of water, and then now water and oil or any type of fat, they don't mix. So you're gonna have that slip and sliding and not being put together. Yes.
I've been told I'm the pasta guy.
That's yours, this one's mine. Make sure, but you gotta make sure you gotta get the sauce.
I gotta get, yeah.
And you gotta get cheese.
I want cheese too.
Mm-hmm.
I always want cheese. I'm the same way as you.
Don't stop the
Don't
cheese.
stop the cheese. Keep it coming.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. It's just, once you start enjoying pasta al dente, you don't go back to slimy, gummy, mushy pasta.
Never. I never go back there anymore. Since you put me on to al dente, I'm like, this is the only way I have to eat it.
Now you're gonna be like
I'll be cooking with my girlfriend, and she'll be like, "Oh, are you sure it's ready?" I'm like, "No. This is perfect." She's like, "Doesn't it need to cook a little bit longer?" No. We stop right here. This is where we stop.
Awesome.
Beautiful, chef. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Okay. Love this. This is the one pasta that you can add. I would like to say it's one of the most versatile because you can build up from here. This is like your base, but not only is it versatile in the noodle that you can use, but here you can add protein. Chicken, shrimp, whatever. Sliced steak, ground beef, Italian sausage, whatever you want. Build it up from here, but this is a great base. All right. So